Morning guys, welcome back to my channel. It is another bright, beautiful, sunny day here in British Columbia. If you look up, you can see nothing but blue sky up there, banana leaves outside, but it's bright. It's going to be another nice September day. I feel sorry for some of my neighbors in other provinces that have been getting snow. My condolences. Today we're just going to talk about a few orchids that look really good. And I'm going to jump right into this. I think we got 4 we're going to look at today. Nothing too major, not a greenhouse tour or anything, but this guy here, this is my Zygopetalum, and oh, it smells amazing. This is one of my favorite orchids for the smell. It smells like hyacinths, and it surprised me with some blooms. I had it tucked in the corner, and lo and behold, a few weeks back, I seen a big bloom spike on it, and a couple weeks later, I have the flowers out. So it was great because I didn't even know that it was in spike. It was hiding in the north corner over there, behind the big pitcher plant. I've been trying this guy in different areas every year to see what works the best. The leaves on these guys always get tattered. I know I get questions about how come my leaves are so tattered. And I think it has to do with water and sunlight on them. It's the only thing I can think of. So this year I tucked them away. I was really careful not to get the leaves wet. And look at how beautiful the leaves are this time. I got 3 new growths on it. There's another one. There's another one. Hopefully they're going to spike for me too. If they are, they'll be doing it soon. But anyways, it seemed to love the shady conditions, and just, it's a cool grower anyways, so it loved not being anywhere near the sun. It was still bright, don't get me wrong, but it was just bright shade. And look at these beautiful flowers on it. This is a Zygopetalum. Beautiful, beautiful orchid. And as you can see, it's in quite a big pot. It's in a bark mix. There's some little bits of fertilizer on the top. Bit of a charcoal in there, a bit of perlite in there. I had this guy in a clay pot actually, and he was doing really, really well until it was time to transplant him. Then when I went to transplant him, all his roots were stuck to the clay pot, and I destroyed the roots. The roots are super delicate on these guys. They're big and thick like a cymbidium, but they tear so easily. And anyways, it set it back for years, and it's finally starting to look good again. But that's the first orchid on our tour. I don't want to say tour because this isn't the orchid tour. On our journey today. Then we have this guy here. A few of us are growing him. I seen Bill, you did an update on yours, so this is my Millenium Magic. It looks really good. Great pseudobulb on it. This guy all summer has actually been growing opposite the Zygopetalum, way up there in the southeast corner, way up high. Tons of light. Only recently did I bring it down because it was starting to get a little yellow on the leaves. But good growth on it. Unfortunately, I don't see anything. There is a little bump there. I'm looking at this bump for the first time. So I'm hopeful that that bump right there is going to be a spike. But as of now, no spikes. This was last year's spike. So I haven't seen this guy actually bloom yet. But I'm hoping that looks promising actually. So that is my Millenium Magic. And I'm down here on my knees this time. Usually I bring everything up, but this time I did not. So I'm just going to crawl around here. This is a beautiful orchid too. I've never had it looking so good. This guy is a ground orchid. He's a hardy orchid. Somewhat hardy anyways. Calianthe reflexa. Anyways, it is a late bloomer. It's hardy to zone 7, although it lives in the greenhouse here. And look at all the flowers that it has for me this year. Tons. Whoops. More spikes coming up from underneath. Look at this. It's loaded this year. So it is an interesting mix too. It's a sandy, soily, barky, mossy mix. The leaves are actually really they really resemble Lycaste leaves, but the bulbs are absolutely tiny on them in comparison. Don't know if I can even show you a bulb. They don't really get bulbs. But those are Lycastes down there. Huge plants. Look at the size of the leaves on these guys. They're almost like miniature Lycaste leaves. But this guy is quite nice. In the fall, I usually do take him outside, give him a chill, let him have a few weeks of colder weather, just kind of before the frost hits. Once he's done blooming, I'll throw him outside. As I say, he's good to zone 7, so if he freezes, that's okay. And this guy I got on Salt Spring Island here in Vancouver Island, or in BC, off of Vancouver Island. But he's looking fantastic. I've had him for about 4 years. He's up to, I don't know how many growths, 3 or 4. The leaves will die back early spring. New leaves will come out, and beautiful. It kind of looks like a hosta almost. So there's a few orchids for you for today that are doing just great. Oh, I'll show you one last one up here. This guy I think is labeled wrong. This is clearly a Miltoniopsis, a pansy orchid. First time flowering for me. I got this at one of the free tables at the Orchid Society meeting. Meetings are a great place to meet new people and gain new plants. But I'll zoom in on the tag there. I don't know if I'll be able to see it. See, it says a Miltonia as opposed to a Miltoniopsis. So I grew this guy like I would a Miltonia. In the sunny side, he got Cattleya light all summer long and bloom spikes. And then I was really surprised when he came out looking like a pansy orchid instead of a Miltonia. But, oh well. He seems to appreciate the bright light. And we will go down for one more smell on the Zygopetalum before we go. So I think remember, oh, that smells so good. I think remember tips for this guy: no water on the leaves if you can help it. No direct sunlight on the leaves if you can help it. Cooler conditions, really nice and humid. He was back here, I mean, stuff growing around him. Lots of masdevallias were growing around him. Come on, focus. Some Draculas were growing around him. I see Chinese Cymbidium up there. Here's a few smaller ones. They're getting a bit of sun. This is the same plant. These are back bulb divisions of the Zygopetalum, and they're doing okay. But yeah, he was right down there. And the fogging system just kicked on as well. So there's a quick look at the fogging system. Right now it is set on the humidistat, so it goes on whenever the humidity drops below, I think it's set to 85%. I love this fog. It's such a nice light fog. It doesn't get anything too wet, which was one of the problems in the past. My fog drops were just too heavy. So now you can see it creates a nice blanket of fog without getting anything too moist. So, anyways, there is a little update for you and a little bit of a tour. And that's all I got for today. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.